Hanok, Enoch, chapter 12. Before these matters Hanok was hidden, and none of the children of men knew where he was hidden and where he abode and what had become of him. And his activities had to do with the watchers, and his days were with the Kodeshim. And I, Hanok, berakah Yahweh of majesty and the sovereign of the ages. And see, the watchers called me, Hanok the scribe, and said to me, Hanok, you scribe of righteousness, go declare to the watchers of the Shamayim who have left the high Shamayim, the Kodesh eternal place, and have defiled themselves with women, and have done as the children of earth do, and have taken unto themselves wives. You have wrought great destruction on the earth, and you shall have no peace nor forgiveness of sin, and inasmuch as they delight themselves in their children, the murder of their beloved ones shall they see, and over the destruction of their children shall they lament, and shall make supplication unto eternity, but compassion and peace shall you not attain. Hanok, Enoch, chapter 13. And Hanok went and said, Azazel, you shall have no peace. A severe sentence has gone forth against you to put you in bonds, and you shall not have toleration nor request granted to you, because of the unrighteousness which you have taught, and because of all the works of wickedness and unrighteousness and sin which you have shown to men. Then I went and spoke to them all together, and they were all afraid, and fear and trembling seized them. And they pleaded with me to draw up a petition for them, that they might find forgiveness, and to read their petition in the presence of Yahweh of the Shamayim. For from thereon they could not speak nor lift up their eyes to the Shamayim, for shame of their sins for which they had been condemned. Then I wrote out their petition and the prayer in regard to their spirits and their deeds individually, and in regard to their requests that they should have forgiveness and length. And I went off and sat down at the waters of Dan in the land of Dan, to the southwest of Hermon. I read their petition till I fell asleep. And see, a dream came to me, and visions fell down upon me. And I saw visions of rebuke, and a voice came bidding to tell it to the sons of the Shamayim, and reprimand them. And when I awoke, I came unto them, and they were all sitting gathered together, weeping in Avel-Tzail, which is between Lebanon and Senezer, with their faces covered. And I recounted before them all the visions which I had seen in sleep, and I began to speak the words of righteousness, and to reprimand the watchers of the Shamayim. Hanok, Enoch, chapter 14. The book of the words of righteousness and of the reprimand of the eternal watchers, in accordance with the command of the qadosh great one in that vision. I saw in my sleep what I will now say with a tongue of flesh, and with the breath of my mouth, which the Great One has given to men to converse with and understand with the heart. As he has created and given to man the power of understanding the word of wisdom, so has he created me also, and given me the power of reprimanding the watchers, the children of the Shamayim. I wrote out your petition, and in my vision it appeared thus, that your petition will not be granted unto you throughout all the days of eternity, and that judgment has been finally passed upon you, even so will not be granted unto you. And from here on you shall not ascend into the Shamayim unto all eternity. And in bonds of the earth the decree has gone forth to bind you for all the days of the world. And previously you shall have seen the destruction of your beloved sons, and you shall have no pleasure in them, but they shall fall before you by the sword. And your petition on their behalf shall not be granted, nor yet on your own, even though you weep and pray and speak all the words contained in the writing which I have written. And the vision was shown to me thus. See, in the vision clouds invited me, and a mist summoned me, and the course of the stars and the lightning sped and hastened me, and the winds in the vision caused me to fly, and lifted me upward, and carried me into the Shamayim. And I went in till I drew near to a wall which is built of crystals, and surrounded by tongues of fire, and it began to terrorize me. And I went into the tongues of fire, and drew near to a large house which was built of crystals, and the walls of the house were like a mosaic floor of crystals, and its ground stonework was of crystal. Its ceiling was like the path of the stars, and the lightnings, and between them were fiery cherubim, and their shamayim was as water. A flaming fire surrounded the walls, and its portals blazed with fire. And I entered into that house, and it was hot as fire and cold as ice. There were no delights of life therein. Fear covered me, and trembling took hold of me. As I quaked and trembled, I fell upon my face. And I saw a vision, and see, there was a second house, greater than the former, and the entire portal stood open before me, and it was built of flames of fire, and in every respect it so excelled in splendor and magnificence and extent that I cannot describe to you its splendor and its extent. And its floor was of fire, and above it were lightnings, and the path of the stars, and its ceiling also was flaming fire. And I looked and saw therein a high throne, its appearance as crystal, and the wheels thereof as the shining sun, and there was the vision of cherubim. And from underneath the throne came streams of flaming fire, so that I could not look upon it. And the great esteem sat upon it, and his garment shone more brightly than the sun, and were whiter than any snow. None of the messengers could enter and look upon his face, because of the magnificence and esteem, and no flesh could look upon him. The flaming fire was round about him, and a great fire stood before him, and none around could draw near him. 10,000 times 10,000 before him, yet he needed no counselor. And the most kodeshim who were near to him did not leave by night, nor depart from him. And until then I had been prostrate on my face, trembling, and Yahweh called me with his own mouth and said to me, "Come here, Hanok, and hear my word." And one of the kodeshim came to me and woke me, and he made me rise up and approach the door, and I bowed my face downwards. Hanok, Enoch, chapter 15. And he answered and said to me, and I heard his voice, "Fear not, Hanok, you righteous man and scribe of righteousness. Approach here and hear my voice. And go, say to the watchers of the shamayim who have sent you to intercede for them. You should intercede for men, and not men for you. Why have you left the Ruah Ha'Qodesh and eternal shamayim, and lain with women, and defiled yourselves with the daughters of men, and taken to yourselves wives, and done like the children of earth, and begotten giants as sons? And though you were Kodesh, spiritual, living the eternal Chai, you have defiled yourselves with the blood of women, and have brought forth with the blood of flesh, and as the children of men have lusted after flesh and blood, as those also do who die and perish. Therefore have I given them wives also, that they might impregnate them, and bring forth children by them, that thus none might be lacking to them on earth. But you were formerly spiritual, living the eternal Chai, and immortal for all generations of the world. And therefore I have not appointed wives for you. For as for the spiritual ones of the shamayim, in the shamayim is their dwelling. And now the giants who are produced from the spirits and flesh shall be called evil spirits upon the earth, and on the earth shall be their dwelling. Evil spirits have proceeded from their bodies, because they are born from men, and from the Kodesh watchers is their beginning and primal origin. They shall be evil spirits on earth, and evil spirits shall they be called. As for the spirits of the shamayim, in the shamayim shall be their dwelling. But as for the spirits of the earth, which were born upon the earth, on the earth shall be their dwelling. And the spirits of the giants afflict, oppress, destroy, attack, do battle, and work destruction on the earth, and cause trouble. They take no food, but nevertheless hunger and thirst, and cause offenses. And these spirits shall rise up against the children of men, and against the women, because they have proceeded from them. Hanok, Enoch, chapter 16. From the days of the slaughter and destruction and death of the giants, from the beings of whose flesh the spirits, having gone forth, shall destroy without incurring judgment. Thus shall they destroy until the day of the complete end. the great judgment in which the age shall be ended over the watchers and the wicked, even so shall be completely ended. And now, as to the watchers who have sent you to intercede for them, who had been previously in the Shamayim, say to them, you have been in the Shamayim, but all the mysteries had not yet been revealed to you, and you knew worthless matters, and these in the hardness of your hearts you have made known to the women, and through these mysteries women and men work much evil on earth. Say to them, therefore, you have no peace. Hanok, Enoch, chapter 17. And they took and brought me to a place in which those who were there were like flaming fire, and when they wanted, they appeared as men. And they brought me to the place of darkness, and to a mountain, the point of whose summit reached to the Shamayim. And I saw the places of lights, and the treasuries of the stars and of the thunder, and in the uttermost depths, where there were a fiery bow and arrows, and their quiver, and a fiery sword, and all the lightnings. And they took me to the living waters, and to the fire of the west, which receives every going down of the sun. And I came to a river of fire, in which the fire flows like water, and discharges itself into the great sea towards the west. I saw the great rivers, and came to the great river, and to the great darkness, and went to the place where no flesh walks. I saw the mountains of the darkness of winter, and the place where all the waters of the deep flow. I saw the mouths of all the rivers of the earth, and the mouth of the deep. Hanok, Enoch, chapter 18. I saw the treasuries of all the winds. I saw how he had furnished with them the whole creation, and the firm foundations of the earth. And I saw the cornerstone of the earth. I saw the four winds which bear the earth, and the firmament of the Shamayim. And I saw how the winds stretch out the vaults of the Shamayim, and have their station between the Shamayim and earth. These are the pillars of the Shamayim. I saw the winds of the Shamayim, which turn and bring the circumference of the sun and all the stars to their going down. I saw the winds on the earth carrying the clouds. I saw the paths of the messengers. I saw at the end of the earth the firmament of the Shamayim above, and I proceeded and saw a place which burns day and night, where there are 7 mountains of magnificent stones, 3 towards the east and 3 towards the south. And as for those towards the east, 1 was of colored stone, and 1 of pearl, and 1 of jacinth, and those towards the south of red stone. But the middle one reached to the Shamayim like the throne of Elohim, of alabaster, and the summit of the throne was of sapphire. And I saw a flaming fire, and beyond these mountains is a region, the end of the great earth. There the Shamayim were completed. And I saw a deep abyss, with columns of fire of the Shamayim, and among them I saw columns of fire fall, which were beyond measure, alike toward the height and towards the depth. And beyond that abyss I saw a place which had no firmament of the Shamayim above, and no firmly founded earth beneath it. There was no water upon it, and no birds, but it was a waste and horrible place. I saw there 7 stars like great burning mountains, and to me, when I inquired regarding them, the messenger said, "This place is the end of the Shamayim and earth. This has become a prison for the stars and the host of the Shamayim. And the stars which roll over the fire are they which have transgressed the commandment of Yahweh in the beginning of their rising, because they did not come forth at their appointed times. And he was wroth with them, and bound them till the time when their guilt should be completely ended for 10,000 years. Hanok, Enoch, chapter 19. And Uriel said to me, Here shall stand the messengers who have connected themselves with women, and their spirits, assuming many different forms, are defiling mankind, and shall lead them astray into sacrificing to demons as mighty ones, till the day of the great judgment, in which they shall be rightly ruled till they are made an end of. And the women also of the messengers who went astray shall become demons. And I, Hanok, alone saw the vision, the end of all matters, and no man shall see as I have seen.